Since a long time ago, there has been a lot of confusing news about Shiba Inu. At this point, all Shiba Inu owners want to know is if their Shiba investments will ever pump enough to make them rich. Well, we might finally be getting some kind of answer. But you'll have to keep watching this video to find out what I mean. Disclaimer: if you saw yesterday's film, you know that Shiba Inu has been in the news for both good and bad things recently. On the one hand, there are a number of Shiba Inu projects that are almost done and ready to go. On the other hand, Binance, the biggest exchange in the world, has been sued for fraud. Binance is also the biggest holder of Shiba Inu coins. Shib users have been trying to figure out what to do with their tokens because of all of this. Is it a good idea to keep hanging on to Shiba tokens in the hopes that the projects will bring the price down? Or should someone get out of their capital now, before the Binance lawsuit starts to hurt? But while many people are still trying to decide, it looks like the whales have already made up their minds. They don't want to sell their tokens, but they also want to buy a lot more. Over $60 million more has been spent on Shiba Inu whales in just the last 24 hours. Even more interesting is that these purchases were made at a time when the price of Shi was going down slightly. One might have thought that the whales wouldn't buy Shi after the price dropped. Instead, they took the chance to buy more tokens than they would have been able to otherwise. The number of large Shiba Inu sales went up from 16 on June 1 to a very impressive 40 on June 5. This was after the number dropped to 16 on June 1. Also, the number of people who buy big flocks of sheep has gone up, which is an interesting development. So, not only have the usual whales been buying sheep, but also new whales still think Shiba Inus are good enough to buy at this time. Watch. Your guru says that even though sheep are currently in a bear market, it looks like whales are still bullish on Shiba Inu based on price estimates. Analysts think that the price of sheep will go up over the next month. Soon, we'll talk more about predicting the price of sheep, but before that, I think it's important to note that whale purchases are becoming more common in the crypto market as a whole. In the meantime, if you found this really helpful, please leave a review and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better movies. As I said, getting rich is becoming more and more of a crypto-wide thing, which could be good for Shiba Inu. Even though the crypto market as a whole has been moving toward more spread, whales have been very interested in Bitcoin in particular. This means that while some big groups have been selling off their Bitcoins because the market hasn't been healing well, whales have been buying them up in big chunks. Today, based on what you say, Glassnode's Bitcoin accumulation trend score shows a stark difference between whales who are aggressively accumulating and other big cohorts who are heavily distributing. This difference could be a sign of what's going on in the market. Large buyers might see the current price of Bitcoin as a good place to start, while others see it as a chance to make money. But what does this have to do with Shiba Inu? Well, first of all, the success of Shiba Inus has been compared to that of Bitcoin for a long time. Most of the time, the price of Shib went up when the price of Bitcoin went up. So, if the new sales cause the price of Bitcoin to go up, we might see the same thing with Shib. Also, it's possible that sheep could be bought with Bitcoin. Also, you said today that one reason whales might be buying more Bitcoin is because they want to use it as a way to start investing. Well, what do you know? Token is a great way to get started with crypto options sheep. It costs a lot less than Bitcoin. So, if people can invest in Bitcoin now, we might soon see more sheep being bought. Now, let's guess the price. Sheep is almost back to where it was right before the big break on October 28, 2021. The token has lost more than 90% of its value since its all-time high, and it doesn't look like this will change soon. Because of this, an expert thinks that the price of sheep might not change much before the end of the year. They seem to think that sheep still has a long way to go before it reaches its all-time high, if it ever does. But it's important to remember that this is just one analyst's view, and it's a very personal one at that. So, it is not a good idea to make financial choices based on the opinion of just one analyst. Plus, it's clear that this analyst doesn't trust the Shibarium blockchain as much as the Shiba Inu group does. I won't go into it, But we all know why the release of Shibarium is getting so much attention. It is meant to change things, and if its start is taken into account. If experts were good at making predictions, they might be more optimistic about where the price of Shib will be in the next couple of months. Grant said that the situation with Binance makes things look pretty bad, even though Shibarium might be released soon. One of the biggest things stopping Shib from going to the moon is that there are way too many cheap tokens in circulation. Because of the simple law of supply and demand, Shib can never be sold at a fair price. This is why Shiba Inu projects, like the much-anticipated Shibarium, are meant to do their part to cut down on the amount of Shib in circulation. Taking all of this into account, adding more Shib to the game would hurt what the community and development team are trying to do. And, sadly, this is what we can expect if KSI and Binance are found to be guilty of the charges. But it's important that we don't make choices too quickly. Before making any choices, it's best to wait and see how the lawsuit goes. Also, waiting gives us a chance to see how well Shiba Inu projects can pull Shib out of its present slump. Still, I should say at this point that I haven't given any advice about money. Before making any kind of decision about your investment portfolio, make sure to do your own study. While this is going on, there are still some analysts who think Shib have a lot of promise. But before we get to that, this station gives away 100,000 Shib every day to anyone who wants to take part. Just subscribe to this channel, like this movie, and leave a comment below. #Shiba Inu. Best of luck. According to its analysis of short, medium, and long-term realized capitalizations, a famous cryptocurrency tracker thinks that Shiba Inu is currently undervalued. This means that there is a lot more room for Shib to grow, and most people think that the growth could happen over the summer. Watcher Guru says that Shib could make up for all the value it has lost over the past few months if it offers a lot of new products this year. Fans and users are very excited for Shibarium to come out. Satoshi Kusama, who is the project's lead creator, says that the project's Layer 2 protocol. Between June and August, Shibarium could be put on the market. Because of this, the Shib blockchain is almost ready to go live. At the end of the day, though, what matters is that Santiment really does think that Shibarium can help raise the price of Shib. Even though there have been other problems in the crypto market, this is still the case. It's great to know that the Shiba Inu group isn't the only one who thinks Shib can survive. Still, I can't help but point out that this is just the view of another analyst. Whether or not you agree with the analyst's opinion, it is still your job to do your own study before you decide what to do with your tokens. Still, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this whole thing in the comments part below. We've reached the end of this movie. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a message in the section for comments. This helps me a lot with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible know about this movie. Let's tell everyone about this.